There's a very specific scent that we've been conditioned to worship. It's a chemical cocktail of off-gassing plastics, treated leather, and industrial carpet. We call it the new car smell. To most, this scent represents success. It represents safety. It's the ultimate signal that you've finally made it enough to sign a piece of paper and drive away in a 2-ton machine gleaming in the sunlight. But to a forensic accountant, or anyone who understands the brutal laws of compounding interest, that smell is actually the scent of burning money. It is the olfactory signal that you have just made the single most destructive financial decision of your middle-class life. We obsess over the price of a $5 latte. We lose sleep over a $10 Netflix subscription. But then, without blinking, we walk into a dealership and commit to paying $800, $900, or even $1,200 a month for the next 84 months. We normalize this. We tell ourselves, everyone has a car payment. It's just part of life. But that sentence, "it's just part of life," is the lie that keeps the middle class permanently broke. The fundamental problem is a misunderstanding of definitions. We put cars on our net worth statements as assets, but a car is not an asset. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes it out. A car is a liability that depreciates like a stone. It is a consumer good, like a toaster or a pair of jeans, except it costs as much as a small house and requires constant feeding. The moment you drive that new vehicle off the lot, the depreciation cliff hits. You lose 15 to 20% of the value in the first 60 seconds. Imagine if you bought a stock for $50,000 and 1 minute later it was worth $40,000. You would vomit. You would panic sell. You would swear off the stock market forever. But with a car, we do this voluntarily every few years. We celebrate the loss. We take pictures of the loss and we post them on Instagram. Let's run a simulation. In late 2025, the average car payment is hovering around $730. By the time you add premium insurance and registration for a new vehicle, you are easily at $850 a month. If you are 25 years old, and instead of buying a new car every 5 years, you bought a reliable used vehicle for cash and invested that $850 into the S&P 500 at an average return of 8%, do you know how much you would have at age 65? $3.1 million. Let that sink in. You aren't driving a luxury SUV. You are driving your financial freedom. You are driving your beach house. You are driving your ability to retire 10 years early. When you see a brand new Mercedes on the highway, don't look at it with envy. Look at it with pity. That person is driving a $3 million liability to look rich in the present while stripping the gears of their own future. So what is the solution? You don't have to drive a rusted-out beater from the 90s. There is a middle ground, a financial arbitrage known as the sweet spot strategy. The depreciation curve is steepest in the first 3 years. By year 4, the car has lost nearly half its value, but it still has 80% of its life left. That is where you swoop in. Let the first owner, the person who needs that new car smell, take the $20,000 hit for you. Buy the asset at a discount, maintain it well, and drive it until the wheels fall off. The years where you have zero car payment are your golden years for wealth building. Stop loving your car and start loving your freedom. Stop loving the new car smell and start loving the smell of a growing net worth. If this video made you rethink your next trip to the dealership, subscribe to Global Money Lab. Save your future, and I'll see you in the next analysis.